Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go, this is Valley News Live at 5.
We begin with breaking news as police and emergency crews are responding to the Cheyenne River. Our crew on scene indicates that a search dog and drone are being used. We haven't been able to confirm why. West Fargo Fire has closed 13th Avenue from Cheyenne Street to 9th Street West. Stay tuned as we continue to update this story. Right now in West Fargo, actually, hang with me one second here. Students at MSUM are applauding their university tonight after administration announced this week they are implementing new measures to combat racism and hate speech on campus. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley has our story.
We will not tolerate bigotry, harassment, intimidation.
Despite multiple investigations of hate speech and racism on NDSU's campus just within the last week, MSUM leaders say their new diversity and equity changes are not related.
We completely understand that we have work to do, and that whether it's happening on our campus or happening in the community or happening on another campus, it affects our campus.
In an email to students this week, campus officials say a new bias incident response team has been assembled as the sole place students and staff will report hate speech and racism.
Whether they witness something or experience something directly, they'll know. We're trying to make it really clear who do they go to when something happens, and then our accountability is how do we follow up.
Amundsen Hill says once a report is filed, the team will immediately meet and start an investigation, as well as take the necessary actions to both protect students and hold them accountable. A new bias incident statement has also been added to all course syllabi, and Amundsen Hill says it's not only to condemn hateful actions, but also provide the appropriate resources to all students. In Moorhead, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
MSUM officials say the bias incident team is made up of those in public safety, residence life, as well as students and professors. NDSU is investigating another incident of hate speech after President Dean Brishani was sent an email that appears to be from a pro-white campus organization. The email states Brishani's ideas are evil and anti-ethical to every fiber of our being, and called the campus president a biased anti-white political operative. Brishani's participation in 2 Black Lives Matter rallies on December 4th and 5th appear to be what prompted the email. The email ends by stating the group will continue to recruit sympathetic European American students to resist, quote, his anti-white policies. One man is in jail after a wild chase in a stolen car through Clay County. Officials say it happened around 2:20 this afternoon when the Clay County Sheriff's Office was informed of a stolen vehicle that was traveling eastbound on U.S. Highway 10 from Dilworth. Deputies were able to locate the vehicle and tried a traffic stop in rural Glendon, but the driver refused and the chase began. Authorities say speeds were between 80 and 90 miles per hour before stop sticks were deployed. 35-year-old Jason Jensen faces several charges. We are soaking up one more day of decent weather before it might disappear. Let's find out when the changes will be happening and what we can expect. Hutch?
Thanks so much, Andrea. Temperatures are absolutely awesome. Heading into our evening, still mid and upper 30s across western Minnesota and a lot of 40s still here and there across eastern North Dakota. We do have changes very visible in southern parts of Saskatchewan and Manitoba. That's heading our way as we head into the evening. But a look at the Dakota Magic Casino shows just a few very calm mid-level clouds out there for this evening. This evening in Fargo, quiet, slowly falling temperatures and increasing clouds. Enjoy these temperatures while you can. The first alert weather day has been called off for Friday. We'll tell you why coming up here in just a couple of moments. But by and large, we're expecting winter-like temperatures to continue to move in. I'll have hour-by-hour details, Andrea, here in just a few more moments.
All right. Thanks, Hutch. A man is behind bars after a chase in Cass County that ended with a crash. Highway Patrol says it started around 1 this morning on I-94 near Castleton when they tried to stop a car for reckless driving. The driver took off and went down county roads going faster than 100 miles per hour. Eventually, he slid off a curve and crashed near Horace. Michael Zalesnak of Williston was arrested for driving under the influence and fleeing police. A Moorhead man now faces multiple charges following a shooting over the weekend. It happened Sunday in the 2500 block of 6th Avenue North. 26-year-old Michael Aaron is suspected of committing reckless discharge of a firearm, second-degree assault, recklessly using a weapon, and domestic assault. The coronavirus lockdown has taken a heavy toll on the mental health of everyone, even kids. New research out of Britain suggests depression is hitting children as young as 7. CBS's Tina Kraus reports from London.
Hannah Smith and her cheer squad were headed to the Idaho State competition as defending champions, but COVID-19 canceled the big event.
It was really just frustrating and super hard because that's what we'd worked for all year long.
This normally super sociable 17-year-old found herself isolated and alone.
But I had no motivation for really anything, and not even schoolwork. It was just whatever, I didn't care. I didn't get up and do anything.
A new study in Britain shows school lockdowns are having a big effect on children's mental health.
And we found a quite substantial increase in ratings of depressive symptoms during lockdown.
Developmental psychologist Duncan Astle and his team tracked about 200 elementary students before and after lockdown and found a 70% chance symptoms of depression got worse in isolation.
What the data suggests is that you can't simply just pluck a child from one context and isolate them from it without it having knock-on consequences.
It's scary to watch your child enter into mentally a place that you don't know how to deal with. And knowing what can happen, suicide is a very real threat.
1 month into lockdown, Hannah suffered a devastating loss when her best friend took his own life.
We all had to grieve alone.
Now she's planning to become a paramedic to help save lives.
It really kind of also motivated me to keep going, to succeed for the both of us and to live my life for the both of us just to the fullest.
She found help from counseling and cheering, which she hopes may once again draw crowds in the new year. Tina Kraus, CBS News, London.
Hannah says counseling was challenging to find during the lockdown, but her cheer coach is a licensed counselor who was able to help. Governor Doug Burgum is pleased that North Dakota's COVID-19 cases are going down, but he says the state's hospitalization numbers and deaths remain too high. The governor revealed some Thanksgiving data today, which he says reinforces the need to take precautions through December.
Through the contact tracing, our Department of Health found that there was 576 people who attended a Thanksgiving gathering who tested positive. And of course, those people didn't go to those Thanksgiving gatherings knowing they were positive, but they came out afterwards and either because of symptoms or other reasons got tested and found out they were positive. Of those 576, 227 of them reported that they actually had gathered with people during an infectious period.
Governor Doug Burgum says the pause in sports and extracurricular events will be allowed to expire on December 14th. He has extended the state's mask mandate until January 18th. Also, the governor is limiting occupancy in bars, restaurants, and events until January 8th. Burgum is asking people to avoid travel over the holidays, limit the number of people at your gatherings, and remain vigilant. Still to come, a young girl only wanted one thing for Christmas, and it was up to Santa to deliver.
And we started off our day with a bang, a gorgeous sunrise and a lot of sunshine, allowing temperatures to warm once again, well into the 40s to near 50 degrees. Big changes are in the offing. I'll have details on who will have to do a little shoveling first thing in the morning coming up right after this.